What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. We're on the road to 1,000, and we hope you guys will join us. And guys, as I've said many times before, YouTube doing some crazy stuff when it comes to getting videos out there and them being seen. Even the more popular content creators are having trouble with this. So it would be helpful if y'all would think about, if y'all enjoy our content, subscribing to our channel so that when we upload something, y'all will be the first to know. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, if y'all enjoy our channel, it'd be much appreciated. And we hope that we're bringing y'all content that y'all enjoy and y'all look forward to and y'all want as soon as the content comes out. But today I'm going to be talking about how this Screen Rant article of how Aquaman 2 needs to be delayed, but not because of Amber Heard. Now, frankly, I'm sick and tired of this whole Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing. I don't feel like this is any of our business. I feel like fans are getting involved in a slanderous divorce settlement that really has nothing to do with any of us. I don't feel like fans need to waste their time and effort creating petitions to bring Johnny Depp back to anything. Johnny Depp is a millionaire. He's not going to be starving out on the streets. I get it. There's this report that he spent hundreds, I think it was like 174, I could be wrong, 174 something $million that he just wasted and stuff. So, but the dude's still rich. Let's just put it that way. So he's not going to be hurting. So whether he makes another movie or makes a million movies in the future or none, he'll be good, and so will Amber Heard. So no matter how you really cut this, it's stupid to make these petitions. And like I said, I personally feel like it's none of our business. Warner Brothers can't even really do anything unless Amber Heard wants to step down. They can't do anything. So I don't really understand why people are even doing this. But I mean, the petition thing, I personally just am against for so many different ways, so many different reasons. But I won't get into that here. What caught my attention was not the Amber Heard thing. It was actually, and to me, I kind of worry about this. Because Aquaman 2, they're saying that Aquaman 2 needs to be delayed because of Avatar 2 coming out at the exact same time. Now, I wasn't really I know Avatar, the original Avatar, broke all these records. Like, it just was, I mean, it put James Cameron just way up there. It was, you had all these people saying it was groundbreaking and, a great film. I've seen that film numerous times. I personally am not a fan of it. I am a fan of Aquaman, though. And it kind of makes me wonder if this is going, if let's say it isn't delayed. Let's say Aquaman continues on and they go up against Avatar. Is it going to be used as an excuse that they were up against Avatar 2 if it bombs in theaters? Because, let's face it, DC movies have struggled. Compared to the MCU, I mean, DC movies have struggled mightily. Everybody's excited about the Snyder Cut for Justice League. But you take that out of the picture and then no one's really excited about any upcoming DC movies. Even Wonder Woman 1984, like, man, that come out. Sorry, guess I'm getting a cold here. But everybody was excited about Wonder Woman 1984, and now everybody's like, oh my goodness, the time has passed. I mean, let's face it, coronavirus has changed a lot of things. It's changed fans' viewing habits. before all this, before we thought that, hey, this is going to be a thing that, was going to last all the way up to Christmas, fans were like, okay, we're excited about Wonder Woman 1984, and now everybody's like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to see this in theaters. I'm not risking my life to go see this in theaters, and I'm not risking getting sick over this, and probably all the precautions that it would take to go see it in theaters. And so, now, of course, Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be coming out on HBO Max as well, and I doubt people even spend $15 on that to even see that movie. So, I mean, Aquaman 2, if Wonder Woman, let me just put it this way, if Wonder Woman 1984 was going to fail, Aquaman 2 was really going to fail, because, Jason Momoa is a big character. Like, he is a well-known face. Women adore him across the world. But let's face it, but beyond his sex appeal, he really doesn't draw people to the theaters. There's been a lot of movies he's been in that's been box office busts. I mean, people forget that because they're like, oh man, Jason Momoa, he's just a hit right off the bat. No, he's not. I mean, he's failed in a lot of stuff. I mean, I would even go so far to say Frontier was one of his biggest failures, even though it might not even be considered as that, because that was a show that, man, had all the potential in the world, and I thought was just terrible in that show, in that series. But anyways, I digress. I do believe that Aquaman 2, if that happens, if Aquaman 2 fails, and they continue on the road that they're on, they go against Avatar 2, I think that will be their excuse of why they failed. And if that doesn't work, then it's going to be, all that blame is going to be on Amber Heard. And I feel like that's a little bit unfair at that point. Because let's face it, if their content is good, and Aquaman 2, if the original Aquaman was groundbreaking, they wouldn't be in this. They wouldn't be in this shape with this movie. Aquaman, the original Aquaman was good. I know me and Lance here on Rants, we debated that. He was a bigger Aquaman fan than what I was. I thought Jason Momoa was a great Aquaman, but I thought the story was lacking. So I wasn't like a huge fan of it. I was looking forward to Aquaman 2, but if I see it in theaters, I'd see it in theaters. If I didn't, I didn't. It would really bother me one way or the other. Now, I am intending on going and seeing it in theaters if that's allowable. But things could change, with all of this coronavirus going on. But all I'm just saying is, I just don't want DC to use this as a scapegoat of making what potentially could be a bad movie, and then using this as a reason, using all of these different reasons of why it didn't work. And then pushing out Aquaman 3, and then the exact same problem happened, and then they'll come up with another excuse for why that failed. They have these grand expectations. They think that DC thinks that that this is going to be the movie that they're going to catch up with the MCU. And it never happens. Never happens. And I'm not like a lot of people. I don't feel like the DC movies have been that terrible. I like Justice League. I like the Batman versus Superman to a certain extent. Like, I wasn't thrilled about it, but I'm not really that big on some of the Avengers movies that everybody thinks are like groundbreaking. I think they're just average at best. I mean, probably the best MCU movie that I've seen is Black Panther. But I just feel like this is just DC's way of scapegoating things. And it's not going to fall on Jason Momoa, because Jason Momoa, he's their star. It's going to be either Amber Heard or it's going to be Avatar 2. And I'm kind of upset about that. I kind of actually do hope maybe Aquaman does delay it a little bit more and let Avatar come out and then it come out on its own at a different time, where then it'll maybe have to stand on its own. And then we'll really get a good sense of where fans stand with DC and where fans stand on the Aquaman series or Aquaman franchise as a whole. So, we'll just have to see. Time will tell. But right now, I just don't see, they, like I said, they're thinking $1 billion, like on Wonder Woman 1984. And I'm like, there was no way that movie was going to hit $1 billion. Like, it just wasn't. I mean, you take that Pedro Pascal controversy out of the question and coronavirus and all that, and it probably still wasn't going to happen. But you add those two things along with it, there was no way that movie was going to hit $1 billion. And that was, like I said, that was a movie I was looking forward to too. But I mean, I feel like that's Aquaman too. I feel like expectations, they're always comparing themselves. DC is always comparing themselves to to Marvel. Marvel's just got the upper hand right now. They just do. I mean, we just got to face that. I'm a DC fan, but I've come to accept that. Hopefully in the future that'll change, but we live in the present right now, and that's right now Marvel is the top dog and will probably be for at least the next 5 years. So, we'll just have to see about this new Aquaman 2 maybe. But anyways, that's just my take on it. I really just think right now DC is just setting themselves up for failure. They understand now that it's going to probably be a bust, and they're just trying to put reasons out there of why it failed. And I have a feeling it's going to be Avatar 2 or it's going to be Amber Heard that is going to be the scapegoat for them. And they're just going to continue on making bad movies and blaming other things for why it failed. And that's what kind of pisses me off about DC right now. But that kind of pisses me off about DC when it comes to the Arrowverse as well too. It's Arrowverse. It's always, well, this is bad because people are sexist or racist or bigoted in some ways, homophobic or something along those lines. And that's the reason why some people aren't necessarily watching the Arrowverse quite as much anymore. It's just because the content sucks now. Let's face it. The people that were in the Arrow, now that Arrow's off and Flash has declined significantly since the first season. I mean, DC really has lost, I think, on the Arrowverse. I used to think the Arrowverse was the strongest part of DC. Now I actually feel like it's the weakest link. But anyways, that's my take on it, guys. Anyways, y'all take care.